Hi, I'm Tim Minton, and this is What's Happening at the Legislature. Another busy week in Raleigh. I just want to give you a sense of what's going on right now. Since the long session last year and the short session this year, look how many bills have been introduced. A little bit over 1,200 in the House, over 800 in the Senate. Almost 2,100 pieces of legislation have been introduced. And we, your staff here, Mike Carpenter, Stephen Webb, and I, all three of us, we have to watch all this legislation, even if it doesn't deal with the home building industry, because you never know, it might get changed in committee. So it pretty much keeps us busy. Now, the other thing that keeps us busy is with the COVID-19, there have been some changes. Normally you would see this room full of chairs. This is where lobbyists would sit. But now, because of social distancing, as you can see, there are hardly any chairs in the room. Looks a little bit like musical chairs. And so we have to get there even earlier to be there when important legislation is coming up, to make sure that we have a seat in the room so we can represent you when these issues come up. Now this week, I talked a little bit about this last week, Senate Bill 720, GSC Conforming Amends 2019 Land Use Changes. Just to remind everybody, this bill basically improves North Carolina land use laws. It actually comes from Senate Bill 355 that passed last year. That bill was 122 pages. And what it does is it consolidates existing local planning and development laws. We've been working on this for 5 years, and hopefully this will be the last step in that process. This last week, that bill passed unanimously in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Then it was sent to Senate Rules, where it passed there unanimously as well. Our hope is early next week, this bill will come up on the Senate floor. If it does and it passes, then it'll be sent to the House for their consideration. Now, our legislator of the week is Representative Cynthia Ball. She is here from Wake County, District 49. Representative Ball has been a huge supporter of our industry. She has a 100% voting record with us. Been very involved in some of our building code reg reform legislation. She served on a special committee looking at that. And we just want to thank her for her service and her dedication not only to her constituents, but also to the home building industry. That concludes our report. For more information, read our weekly legislative update. See you next week.